Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to play with a Mäuschen. And what is a Mäuschen? Mäuschen is a small mouse. Let's have some fun and let's take the things very, very slowly. Now, as a tank, in my opinion, the tank isn't the finest. Can it be worth 3 stars? Debatable, but we'll see whenever we are going to rate the tanks. Overall, community is rating the tank closer to the 3 stars, and the main problem is whenever you are meeting the tank, whenever you are meeting someone who doesn't have a great penetration, let's take a look into the tier 8s. Yeah, the tank feels very, very powerful. Whenever you are meeting someone that has great penetration, the tank becomes paper. This is the problem with this vehicle. Also, quick information for every and each of you. Keep this in mind that at this point we have a last set of the drops for the tokens, right? So for this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, last set you can get. Feel free to tune in into the stream and to farm the drops. You can watch whatever content creator you want. It starts from the 4 p.m. UTC time. Now, let's talk the Mäuschen. We haven't played with this vehicle since 2023, so it's about the time to remake the video, and I know that this tank is not the best tank in the world of tanks and not the most played tank in the world of tanks, but this is completely understandable considering that all this tank is a box of metal with a gun topped on it, right? You can appreciate the nature whenever you are playing with this tank. You can say, ooh, I feel like I am in that island or something. Would you look into the details of those rocks? Oh, look at this, there is some greenery up, and look at this, there is a couple of Feliz Baclans flying up. Wow, what do we have now? Oh, would you look at that, how green that looks like. This is literally the gameplay with this vehicle, fellas, because you are so bloody slow, it's not even funny, so you can appreciate the nature. Ooh, fountain, fellas. Wow. Very, very, very nice. Wait a second. We are about to arrive to the game. Excellent. You get the point what I'm seeing, what I am saying? Yeah, the tank itself is just very, very, very slow, and it is debatable how good this tank is in current game meta just because how slow this mother trucking tank is. But other than that, everything is completely alright with it. You can hit your shots, everything is completely fine. You can slap enemies whenever they are making some bad decisions for 490 alpha damage, which is very much appreciated if you would ask me, right? You can definitely punish enemy forces, but once again, considering how fast games are in 2025, can you imagine we are saying 2025 and not 2024 anymore? Crazy. Anyways, it's just simply lackluster of the vehicle, at least in my humble opinion, right? Now, where the gun goes, the gun has 490 alpha damage, which is nice to slap the enemies for big alpha, right? In the tier 9, it's okay. If you are loading gold, you have significantly better shell velocity and significantly better penetration as well, which is very much appreciated, right? That is completely fine, and this is Gucci. Now, can we punish this guy? No, we cannot, but luckily our Fava could. That is okay, and now I would love to get involved into all of this. As you can see, we have a big boy E77 who wants to have a conversation with us, and we are going to show the power of the tiny mouse, fellas. That's what we are going to do. Would you look at this? He is panicking, his kaku, his pants, he is thinking, oh my bananas, I could be playing this mother trucking tank. But you know what is the problem of this gentleman? The problem is very, very simple. He is just not shooting gold. If he would shoot the gold, he would feel significantly better to fight against us. And in my opinion, where this tank goes, you need to be brave. You cannot kaku your pants and hope for the best, right? You want to get involved and you want to make a pressure towards the enemy forces, right? This is what you want to do with the tanks like this. You do not really care about the best position because you know whenever you are going to choose the flank, most likely either you will push that tank, that flank, or either you are going to die in that flank. It's just how it goes, right? This is World of Tanks, and this is what this vehicle actually is. Meanwhile, we are aiming for our shot. Maybe we can slap the Scorpion, even though we pre-aimed well, but there is nothing what we can change about this. And I would really love to decap the enemy base, but in the same time, I know I could be farming damage over there because of the sheer amount of the tanks that we have in this side, right? But we are hoping for the best, fellas. We are hoping that our team would decap the base and we can have a bit longer game, although once again a lot of things are depending on the situation, right? Since we are not going to decap the base, we are going for another shot like this, and this is how we are finishing our game. Definitely not ideal, but this is how this tank is looking like. In my opinion, it is just simply too slow for our current games, right? Think about it in this way: 27 kilometers per hour while using turbo and while using the field modification that makes your tank a bit faster. Yeah, and the armor isn't actually phenomenal or something unless you are going to meet the guys that do not have the best penetration. Nevertheless, 2.6 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage. We are not going to complain about this. We are second by experience, second by the damage, and we got 50,000 profits. Let's hope to get the tier 8, tier 7 matchmaking so we can shine. Oh, would you look at this, fellas? Cliff standard battle. So what we are going to do? We are going to go into the middle slowly but surely. That's what we are going to do. So this tank is created just to appreciate the environment, right? Would you agree with me that this tank is not the most competitive tank in the World of Tanks, and whenever you are playing with us, someone that has, or I supposed to say, whenever you are playing with a tank that has a big penetration, this tank isn't a hard thing to deal with, and overall it's just enjoyable experience to to eat this 2.6 thousand hit points, because this is how I look into all of this, right? At least whenever I see Mäuschen in the game, I am thinking about it as a meat, not as a tank overall, you know? I feel like the vehicle would feed the starving skill population, if you know what I mean. Okay, so everything is fine, everything is Gucci. We are arriving to position where we want to play, at least at the moment, and now we need to have our eyes widely open. What I would love for enemy team to do, I would love enemy team to pick some sort of angle, right? For example, Mr. Minotauro is playing over there, but he is playing hold down. We are very, very well aware of that. That's okay. There is Kapaza, tier 10, that is playing here. That is okay. I want to see him, and I want to punish him for his mistakes. And there is a Minotauro who is down to one-shottable, and he is eliminated. And you know what? I'm not even sad about the trades like this. I am feeling completely fine with that, and all I need to do, I need to try to find the meatballs over there. Unfortunately, we are not penetrating CS63, which is kind of sad, considering that we can shred him pretty much everywhere, but that's okay. We are fine. Okay, how about this Mr. Lorraine sitting here in the open field? Thank you very much, brother from other mother. How are you doing? We are just trying to farm a bit of the damage, right? Meanwhile, I can see the CS63, I can see that he was stunned, I can see his flat side. We are slapping him for another 500 in the face, and once again we are just appreciating the bulkiness of this tank. How about that, fellas? We are just having appreciation for the size of this vehicle and for how slow the tank is. Good. How about if we would try to find a decent enough angle to say hello for this E5? If you would ask me, E5 is sitting in very, very bad position over there, and he is overpeaking. What overpeaking means for us, that we will take our time and we are going to slap him, right? Good, another 500, and plus on top of that, we are not even spotted, so that is great. Let's try to find another shot, and maybe we can send him straight into the garage. Unfortunately, I missed this one, but that's okay. We are sitting kind of alright, and we are fine. You see, The gameplay overall isn't too rush or something. The gameplay in this type of situation is just to enjoy the moment, right? To try to practice side-scrapping skills and just to hope that enemies are simply going to make some silly goose mistakes towards you. That's all you want to do in this type of situation. Good. Let's see. Mr. E5 is sitting here, Mr. KPZ is sitting here, KPZ is dead, good. Can we slap the Mr. E5 now? And this is the moment whenever I kind of would love to make a bit of pressure for the enemy forces, but in the same time, I know that this E5 would eat me alive. But you know what? I am okay. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Oh, Mr. E5, hi. I tried to hit him into his cupola, but hashtag never lucky. Now we are trying to escape before he punishes us even harder. Luckily we are having a good angle, and in this type of situation he should be dead. Excellent, very nice. Now look, our situation feels pretty good. I definitely cannot complain about this, and I cannot say this is the worst thing what could ever happen for us. I'm talking about playing with this tank. We are chilling. The next victim is going to be the CS63, right? We are going to make sure that he would regret his life choices, but before going to that guy, because he's shitting his pants and there is no way he is going to take a look at us, we are trying to punish Badger, but unfortunately I failed doing so. Doesn't really change anything. We are okay. Look. Down to fartable, down to 2 shotable, there is 2 meatballs that are literally waiting to be claimed. And now you may think, but Skill, how about the CS63 because he can play hold down? I don't give a donkey ass about his hold down. I have a lot of hit points and I am going to invest my hit points. I'm going to play aggressively and I will make sure that everyone will regret their life choices. Speaking about life choices, high explosive on, this Mantiv whore won't pay attention, and if he will, it doesn't really change absolutely anything. Only 500 with the high explosives. I think that was a robbery in the middle of the daylight. Look, 630 alpha damage. Yeah, that was just simply unlucky. And all of the sniper schnitzels over there, the question is, can I even reach them? Look into the speed of this tank. Yeah, to hold a certain position or to side scrap in the certain corner, it's completely fine. But overall, to be playing in the world of tanks nowadays when the games are so quick, that is definitely debatable. Speaking about debatable, I want to slap this guy. We are getting some 700 alpha damage. That's good. Now we are going to make a harder angle for him to penetrate, so he isn't going to do so. And now all we need to do, we need to figure out where the other waffle is, and the other waffle should be sitting right there. I'm going for a blind shot, unfortunately missing the shot, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything because we are waiting until we are going to have the shot for the last remaining waffle. That's all we need for a full happiness, right? Good. Pixel shot, let's go for it. Ooh, I think we hit the other waffle in the other universe. All in all, it did not felt bad. It did not... Okay, I'm not... Listen, it felt pretty bad, okay, but we managed to make it work. Is it fair? Yeah, fellas, quite a journey and quite an experience. 3.6 thousand damage, 2.2 thousand assisting damage, solid first class, Confederate medal, nothing to complain about, nothing to cry about, it's completely fine, and 48,000 profits as well. Okay. Beautiful. So, let's go for round number 3 and let's move slowly. You would not believe which map we have. Prokhorovka standard battle. Okay. We are going with a different build. I am ditching hardening to make the gun a bit better and a bit more accurate, and plus on top of that to have tiny touch more view range, and we will try to enjoy the journey. Now, what is the worst part of all of this? Not gonna lie, it is enemy Artan, right? He is going to enjoy slapping the living crap out of us, and this is not going to be enjoyable experience, but this is what you are signing for playing tanks like this, you know? To the certain extent, you are like a punching bag. Strong punching bag if we are speaking about the lower tier tanks, a very weak punching bag or used punching bag if we are talking about the tier 10 gameplay. Either way, we are feeling alright, we are feeling happy, we are enjoying ourselves, and let's hope that we can blind fire the Arta. Now pay attention what I am doing. I am trying to figure out where enemy Arta is sitting at, and I am looking for the tracer. You saw the tracer, I saw the tracer. Mother Trucker is sitting somewhere around this area, right? So what we need to do, we need to try to blind fire him and make our team job significantly easier, right? That's all we need for a full happiness, fellas. That's all we need for a full happiness. Okay, let's try to blind fire over there. Unfortunately, we are not hitting the shot, but we are fine. And we are just simply paying attention right there, right? That's all we need. We know that this mother trucking clicker is sitting somewhere around this area. We know that. So now, we are just simply paying attention how much use we can get from all of this. Speaking about getting some use, there is some beautiful open mother truckers in the open field, right? So we are taking an opportunity to say nyom 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 and to get a bit more damage, right? This is very much appreciated. It is okay. Let's try to get one more shot. That's beautiful. I see this list sitting on top of the hill, but to be completely honest with you, I do not really care about him, and I want to get another shot over there because we just simply can. Beautiful. And we are feeling great. Now, fellas, 2 minutes into this game, and I want to highlight the score. After 2 minutes, the score is 7-2. 2.5 minutes. Okay, let's be a bit more kind. 2.5 minutes. 7-2. What that means for us, that means that this game is going to be very, very, very quick. And this is the experience for which you are signing for the tanks like this, right? If you are playing slow tank, you cannot expect anything else, and you just simply need to choose the position from where you can keep slapping enemies left, right, and center. I think that is important thing to highlight, an important thing to say. Now, right there, our goal is to actually be shot at. Skill, I do not understand. Why would you say something like this? Listen, if enemies are going to be shooting at us, we are going to be spotting them. We are going to get a gazillion of the spotting, and this is exactly what we are looking for in situations like this, right? We just want to be involved. Are we going to survive or are we going to die in this game? It means absolutely nothing, but what we can do by doing the actions like this, we can just secure our score, and I think we are doing a very good job over there. We definitely cannot cry about that, and we cannot say that it is literally the worst experience we ever had in this game. It's not. And the score is showing some beauty as well, fellas. Look at this. Considering how quick this game is and how slow of the vehicle do we have, we are playing for 4.4 thousand. Definitely not the session to complain about, or definitely not the tank to cry. Although, once again, I don't think it is competitive tank nowadays, just because you cannot all the time rely on the slow games or on the inexperienced tankers not to know how to penetrate you, or even if you are meeting an experienced tanker, if the guy is loading gold ammunition, you know, you are kind of doomed. But once again, this is the part of this, and this is preparing you for a mouse. You know, you need to know how the beating is looking like until you can play with a mouse. And I have a question. Would you agree, fellas, that of my rating that the vehicle isn't the finest one and the best one overall? Or would you say, Skill, you are being way, way, way too dramatic and the tank is completely fine, and as a matter of fact, stop cry, kid? You know, this is the question which I have for you. All in all, I would say our session was fine, honestly. I definitely cannot complain about this. So, we finish this game with 3.1 thousand damage, 1.2 thousand assisting damage, 3rd class. We are 5th by experience. We are 1st by the damage. We got 62,000 profits, obviously, because of the Christmas extravaganza. And our average performance with the tank is 3.1 thousand average damage, 1.3 thousand assisting damage. Beautiful session, honestly. I cannot complain about this. Anyways, fellas, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.